You could have the most profound, life-changing coaching program in the world. You might have a true gift for helping people get breakthroughs that they've only ever dreamed about. But what happens if your business is stuck on a digital dead-end street with nobody driving by? Your gift becomes worthless. It never gets discovered. And this is the number one reason that most new coaching businesses fail. It's not because you lack passion or skill, it's a lack of traffic. It's the silent business killer. It's that pit in your stomach when you look at your calendar and you see empty slots where clients should be. And it's why you spend hours pouring your heart into content that only your mom and your best friend will ever see. And let's be honest, without a steady, predictable flow of the right people finding out who you are, you don't have a business. You have an expensive, time-consuming hobby. The pressure builds, doubt creeps in, and you start questioning everything. You see other coaches crushing it, and you can't help but wonder, what do they know that I don't? So you start throwing things at the wall. You just hope that something sticks. You post like crazy on social media, you tweak your website for the 100th time. Maybe you even run a few ads that feel like you're just lighting money on fire. And the result? A trickle of interest here or there, but nothing that you can count on. Your income is then a roller coaster, making it impossible to plan, invest, or even breathe. You feel like you're shouting into a void, and this is where burnout lives. It's the point where amazing coaches with world-changing potential just give up and go back to their old 9-to-5, convinced their dream wasn't possible. But what if they don't have a secret magical tactic? What if they just understand a fundamental rule of business that you haven't been taught yet? What if I told you there are only 3 ways to get traffic? Not 20, not 50, just 3. And the real secret isn't just knowing them, it's knowing they're designed to work together. Using just 1 or 2 is like trying to fly a plane with just 1 wing. You're going to spin around in circles before you crash. Stick with me. I'm going to show you exactly what these 3 traffic streams are and how they lock together to create a powerful engine for your coaching business. All right, the first way to get traffic is the most straightforward. You buy it. This is your paid advertising. Think Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, anywhere you can pay money to get your message in front of the right people. And the biggest plus here? It's speed. It's the fastest way to get eyeballs on your offers. End of story. If you have a webinar to fill or a free challenge you want people to join, paid ads can send people your way almost instantly. You're not waiting around hoping the algorithm notices you. You're paying to jump to the front of the line. And the other huge advantage is targeting. These platforms are unbelievably good at letting you zero in on your ideal client. You can target by their interests, their job title, what they do, what they search for online, everything. If you're a career coach for female executives in tech, well, LinkedIn ads let you reach exactly that person. It's incredibly powerful, but it's a big but. It has major downsides. First, it's expensive, can be really expensive, and the costs just keep going up and up and up. And it can feel like a high-stakes gamble, especially when you're first starting out. If you don't know your numbers, like your cost per lead or your conversion rate, you can burn through your entire budget with nothing to show for it. I want you to think of paid ads as petrol. They're an accelerant, but you don't just pour petrol on the ground and light a match expecting a nice warm campfire. You get an explosion. Petrol works best when you pour it on an existing fire to make that fire bigger. And the other huge risk is that you're building your business on rented land. Your ad account can get shut down overnight, often for reasons that you'll never understand. And if paid ads are your only source of clients, your entire business can disappear in a flash. That's a risk you can't afford to take. So while buying traffic is an amazing tool for speed, it's a terrible foundation to build your business on. The second way to get traffic is to build it. This is all about playing the long game. This is the home you own, not the billboard you rent. Building traffic means creating valuable content over time that pulls your ideal clients in naturally. We're talking about things like content marketing, videos, SEO, and most importantly, your email list. You could write blogs, create a YouTube channel where you answer the biggest questions your audience has. When you consistently create content that genuinely helps people, you build trust, you build authority. People are skeptical and they're tired of so-called gurus. And in this market, being credible, being trusted as a voice is your single greatest advantage. And the best part, it's sustainable. A blog post you write today and you optimize for search engines can bring you qualified leads for years and years to come with no ad spend. An email list is a direct line to your audience that you own and you control, completely free from the whims of any algorithm. And this is how you build a resilient business that lasts. Now, the obvious downside, of course, is it's slow. I mean, really, really slow. And when you're just starting out, it could take months, sometimes more than a year of consistent work before you see real, predictable traffic. You'll post blog posts that feel like they go nowhere. You'll post videos that get only 10 views. And this is where most people quit. They don't have the patience to lay one brick at a time, so they run back to the quick fix of paid ads and get stuck in that high-cost, high-risk cycle. Building traffic is absolutely essential, but it's not going to pay your bills next week. And that's why you can't rely on it on its own. Okay, this brings us to the third and probably the most overlooked way to get traffic. You borrow it. This just means tapping into audiences that other people have already spent years building. Think about being a guest on a podcast, speaking at an event, writing for a popular blog, or teaming up with another coach who serves a similar audience. The upside here is massive. First, you get instant leverage. Appearing on a podcast with 10,000 listeners gives you access to an audience that might have taken you 5 years to build on your own. Second, you get instant credibility. The host of that podcast has already earned the trust of their listeners. And by bringing you on, they're basically giving you their stamp of approval. That audience is way more likely to check you out because you're being recommended by a source that they already trust. And this strategy is the perfect bridge. It's faster than building, but often cheaper and more credible than buying. But it has its own unique catch. Gatekeepers. You can't just decide to be on someone's podcast. You have to be invited. And to get invited, you have to prove your value first. What's the first thing a podcast host does when you pitch to them? They Google you. They check out your website. They look at your social media. They look for content that you've created. The very things that you make when you're building your traffic. And if you have a bare bones website and zero valuable content, why would they risk their reputation to put you in front of their hard-won audience? They won't. Borrowing traffic is an incredible shortcut, but you can only use it if you've already built a solid foundation. Okay, now this is the part where it all clicks together. This is the lesson that, if you really get it, will change everything for your business. Buying, building, and borrowing traffic are not a menu of options where you pick just one. They are 3 parts of a single system. They're meant to work together, and they fall apart when you try to use them on their own. And think about how people actually make decisions online today. It often takes seeing you multiple times before they're ready to buy. They might first see you in a paid ad. That's buy. They're interested, but they're not sold. So what do? They click on your profile. They head to your website. They read a few of your blog posts, or they watch a video. That's build. They're looking for proof that you actually know your stuff. Your content builds the trust that the ad couldn't. And then a week later, they're listening to their favorite podcast and they hear you being interviewed as an expert. Borrow. That's the final piece of the puzzle. That third-party endorsement seals the deal on your credibility. And that's when they finally decide to join your email list or to book that call. See how they all feed each other? Paid ads gets you seen, your content gets you trusted, your content proves you're worth borrowing an audience for, and that borrowed audience multiplies your message on a scale that you could never reach on your own. This is the system the most successful coaches use. And to help you put this into action, I've created a free guide called The Unified Traffic Blueprint. It breaks down exactly how to structure your week to work on all three of these areas without getting overwhelmed. You can download it for free. Just click that link in the description below. Stop looking for a single magic bullet to get clients. It doesn't exist. Stop jumping from one tactic to the next, hoping for a quick fix that never comes. As a business owner, your most important job is the relentless pursuit of traffic. Your success as a coach doesn't just happen during that coaching session. It depends on your commitment to mastering these three pillars. You have to create a system where you strategically buy, consistently build, and actively borrow. Start by laying your foundation. Build that digital home with content that really helps people. Use your credibility to get on other people's stages. And once you have an offer that works, put a little bit of petrol on that fire with paid ads to scale your impact. This is how you go from being an invisible, struggling coach to a recognized authority with a thriving, predictable, and profitable business. Now, go download that guide, click the link in the description below, and start implementing it into your business. And I think you're going to find this video next up really valuable. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'll see you in the next video.